Hello viewer, good afternoon. Today we're talking about coronavirus. In the last few weeks, this virus has taken a hold of countries in different parts of the world. However, Nigerians are also trying to understand this virus. The Nigerian Disease for Control has also issued a statement saying that they are ready for coronavirus and have heightened security at every point of entry, making sure that there is a regular check of temperature for each traveler and asking of questions about common symptoms. They have also assured us that they would handle this to make sure that the virus is contained if it comes into Nigeria. Join me as I ask Nigerians how they think the government can handle this disease and make sure that it doesn't come into Nigeria, considering the fact that Nigerians are still dealing with the epidemic of Lassa fever. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
I believe that you've heard about the coronavirus. Yes. What do you know about it?
I think it's a virus that is associated with bat, and it's a communicable virus.
Do you think Nigeria as a country is prepared in case of an epidemic?
The citizens or
country and the citizens?
When it comes to the citizens, look at everybody. We're still going about our normal lives. But maybe health practitioners, maybe they are actually doing something about it. I feel so.
Okay, what I understand about coronavirus is that it is now in Asia. It is striking China, and it is a respiratory problem. It emanates from animals to humans, but there is possible transmission between a human being to another human being.
We may not be prepared at the moment, but I still trust that if it enters Nigeria, we don't pray, we will still face it and tackle it. Ebola entered Nigeria and everybody felt that it won't be handled. But with God's intervention and thank God for the medical personnel we have in the country, it was handled and everything went fine. So even if it enters Nigeria, which we don't pray for, there will still be a way we'll handle it.
For me, I think we should just avoid people that have it, and we should try our possible best to tell our government to do something about it, because some of the poor masses, they don't have the ability, the power to prevent it. But if our government should help us, we as the poor masses or we as individual, we should have the ability to prevent it.
To my observation and to the best of my knowledge, I cannot really say that Nigeria is prepared. But what we can do is we can maintain the law of prevention, because the law says prevention is better than cure.
We are prepared, we are not, because I think through the water system we can send away such viruses walking around our premises here in Nigeria. But if you don't have a proper water line and you don't have a good water submission to your residents, I think every other virus can come to your home. But when you have water system and your environment is well sanitated, I don't think any virus will come from any neighboring air pollution to your country.
You as an individual, what do you think are the preventive steps that you should use to make sure that if it becomes an epidemic, it doesn't get to you?
Well, I would really want to look at the kind of people I associate myself with, and I would want to always make sure that everything around me is in good condition. And then what I eat and what I drink, I really need to put everything into consideration to make sure that I do not get contaminated in any way. As a country, I wouldn't say we are prepared for a virus, because why did I say so? First of all, virus is not a good thing, so we are not even prepared. Secondly, the medical facility that is available, I'm not saying they are not there, but like as it is, a virus is what commonly attacks the common people. When I say the common people, maybe they lack the money, and if at all it happens, they lack the money to maybe rush them to the hospital. And the money, of course, I know it's not going to be 1 naira, it's going to be a huge sum. So I'm not seeing them being prepared for that.
So if it hits Nigeria, I urge the government to do a proper sensitization of the public on the preventive measures of the virus. So I think it will go a long way in curtailing the spread, and those that are affected should possibly be quarantined to avoid further spread.
If our leaders can please help us by calling the health people, that's the Ministry of Health, discussing with them what are the preventive measures we can take, then they will sensitize us. Then the government can also use radio stations, television stations to sensitize people.
My name is Erika Chidon Ago, reporting for the Sun TV.